Wholeness. Welcome to my channel. This is Rasheedah Silvertree here. Thank you so much for stopping by. May this message find you well and whole. So the year is winding down. The next moon portal will be the new moon. So we'll be entering into the new moon energy very soon. The last moon portal before the end of the year, or the beginning of next year. So let's get started. So the title of today's message is Where Love is Denied in Us. Where love is denied in us. And this is for the human collective and where we stand with that phrase, right? The truth in that phrase. And so I'm going to light a couple of pieces of white sage here to kind of clear the area, primarily for myself right now. Okay. And you know, the Christmas energy, the holiday or holy day is coming up next week, so it's going to be a very active week for those of us that have survived the Thanksgiving and all that energy of the family. I thought that, or felt that this message that came to me, this phrase came to me about, oh man, probably over a week ago, after I completed the other reading. And you know, by far it was very, very interesting. I was listening to a talk by this Sufi practitioner, and she was giving a talk about love, and I heard this phrase, like the love we deny within ourselves. And so I was just felt inspired, and I felt that, you know, the higher power wanted me to touch in on this, given that, you know, we're closing this year together. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna shake up the runes here, as always. One of my upcoming projects will be to actually get a wooden jar. So the clankety clink that you hear in this glass jar will be, it'll be different. But I'm saving that project for next year, for sure. All right, let's see what the energies say. Oh, that's all I got. Okay. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 energies. We are in 2022, the year 6. So this is very, very synchronistic, if you will, very much in alignment of the energies. All right, and so we have 1, 2, 3 energies facing upward. That means energies that we're facing front and center as a human collective. Oh, sorry, I misspoke. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 energies facing upward. And that's energies that we're facing as a human collective. We have 1 energy on its side. So an energy that is known to some and unknown to some. And then we have 1 energy facing downward. So that is an energy that's pretty much governing and working behind the scenes. You know, unseen rules the scene, right? So these 4 energies here, I have this one. This energy represents joy. It represents pleasures, okay? You see the cups and the bread, breaking bread, Okay, and then I have the Rune of the Wild Boar. That is one of my animal medicines for my earth energy. This is a very grounding force. Okay, and next we have, I'll say, the visitor. Okay, a visitor coming or arriving. You see that energy standing in the doorway, walking through. And I'm not sure if it's an entrance or if it's an energy exiting. But again, this is the last, I believe, yes, this is the last reading for this year. And please mark me if I made a mistake, but I do believe this is the last reading for this year, 2022. So this could be us leaving one energy and entering into a new one. So it's very in alignment. And then we have an energy that is symbolic for the medicine wheel. And again, very much synchronistic. It's in alignment of new beginnings, a new cycle, leaving a new cycle. You see that? And this is symbolic for a new year or a new season that we're entering into, which is, we're going deeper into winter now, okay? All right, so what does this all mean? How does this tie into where love is denied in us? We often find that when we're trying to love ourselves or we're trying to love others, we sometimes love from an unloved space within ourselves. We may think that our approach to loving someone is coming from good intentions, it's coming from knowledge, it's coming from wisdom, it's coming from experience, it's coming from something great, higher power, God. We have so many different places where we're thinking we're loving in a very authentic and unconditional way. But a lot of the time we're not. A lot of the time we're loving from a very broken place, a very hurt place, a neglected place, a place that's been abused, used, thrown out. And usually the love that is denied in us, all right, develops its own voice, becomes like a poltergeist, if you will. And that's not to mix up with Eckhart Tolle's famous term, the pain body. Okay, the pain body is extremely egoic. But when you're loving from a place of woundedness, it can be very harmful and very hurtful. And actually, I'm going to personalize this a little bit. I am realizing this within myself, where we find that we're trying to accept someone and love them, and we're coming from a place of fear, right? Like we have the mask of love. Like we say, I love you, we love you, or she loves me, he loves me, but it's a mask. And behind that mask is an underlying of the fear of rejection, the fear of neglect, the fear of pain, the fear of being disappointed, the fear of losing something or someone. And that is where is that place, right, where love was denied to us so many years back, so many decades back, maybe even lifetimes. I won't get into lifetimes too much, in this channel, because I have my own personal philosophy regarding past lives or future lives or present lives. But I will say that the place where love is denied in us needs our attention. And it takes bravery. And you see be here, right? Be brave. Be brave when you're walking through this portal, when you're walking through the doorway of true love. See, true love is, when you're loving from a space of true love, it's a space that is whole. It's a space that is recognized. It's a space that is observed, witnessed. It's unconditional. It's free. It's liberated. There is no attachment. There is such a balance of neutrality that it just is. It doesn't focus on the what ifs. When you're loving, that the place where love is denied is usually the place called the what ifs. It is the land of the what ifs, not what is. And when you're loving from a place, from the what is, it is, and it can only be what it is. And it's very simple, so simple that it's hard to articulate love. True love, and when true love is, it's when it's felt, it doesn't need to be put into words. It is felt. It doesn't need to prove anything. It is felt. It is a state of being. It is an experience. And in the place where we deny, or love was denied in us, we then become deniers. We then we lie to ourselves. We tell ourselves, no, I am coming from the space of love, but truly it's the space of loss. It's where our attachment styles are challenged. Whether you tend to be the type of lover that over attaches yourself to a job, your position, your job title, or you're a person that over attaches themselves to, a partner. You worry too much about their well-being. You worry too much about their health. You worry too much about what their personal human experience is. Or you're a person that is too attached to finances, too attached. When love is denied in that place where love is denied in us, we tend to either completely, one or two things, we tend to either completely avoid the truth, the hurt, the pain, the neglect, or we overcompensate. Either we undercompensate or we overcompensate. Either we reject, see that R there? Or we run away. We reject, we run away, or we tend to undervalue the job, or we tend to, there are people who overattach, or they don't attach at all. They're too afraid and too much in pain to look at that place, the what ifs place, where all of our doubt resides, where all of our fear resides, where all of our restrictions, I'm getting a lot of R's, okay, restrictions and limitations. But again, the wheel moves continuously. The wheel keeps moving. Regardless, the seasons keep changing. The snow, the snow clouds will come, the snow will fall, the snow will collect, the snow will melt, and then we're into a whole new season. Regardless. And with this new season, this new year, and the new seasons for next year, spring, summer, autumn, winter, it's a new opportunity. It's a new opportunity to explore the what is state. Explore the what ifs state. And maybe I should say that we need to focus on the what is state. Okay? What is the truth? Next month I'll be touching on one of the 99 names of Allah, which is Yah-Haq, the reality, the truth. And it'll be a month-long study, which I will share with you habitually. I'm not quite sure on the scheduling yet, but that's my study, and because I'm now practicing Sufism. And so again, when you're studying the what is, the what ifs aren't as loud anymore. The what ifs are observed and they're witnessed. Let's take a look at the rune standing upward. Okay. I see the mountain. I see a journey. So some of us are going through this journey, going up the mountain, right? It's a journey. You're walking through this doorway right there, and you're walking through and you're beginning your journey up and down. Some of us may be at the summit, at the bottom of the mountain. Others of us might be at the top, preparing to come down. Others of us have completed the lesson. But it's a journey nonetheless. The journey of love is not an easy one. And I'm not just talking about the typical love that you have for, our relationships, our family relationships, friendships, romantic relationships. I'm talking about the very nature of love and what that is. It's a very unifying force. Like breaking the bread. It's unifying, but then it breaks apart to then recognize itself again, to have that chance to recognize its nature again. Two halves make a whole. All right, let's take a look at the energy that is unknown to all. Patience. It's climbing a ladder, one by one, and the thing is about climbing a ladder is that you can't. They're not stairs. A ladder is you have to take your time. You can't try to skip the next movement, or you will fall and you will descend. And you'll have to start again. Like climbing a rope. Well, no, not necessarily climbing a rope, but, climbing a ladder. One step forward. It's a very long haul. And in Sufism, it is a journey. It's like climbing a ladder. I'm getting a visual of a man climbing a ladder on the mountain. Like him climbing this ladder to get to the top of the mountain. And so that's pretty much the reading today. It's not too long. And, the energy 6 moving to 7. 6 is it just feels very soft and it feels very feminine. That's been my experience, Human Collective. It's this year, it's been this very, like, it's almost like you're waking up, like from a nap, right? You're waking up from a nap, and it's like you didn't go into this deep sleep or deep hibernation, but you went into like this space of just a gentle space to just be. And next year, in the energy of 7, it's a time and space and full of recognizing higher potential, higher spiritual potential. And so I will leave you with that, and just ask yourself, where is love denied within me? Where is the love denied in my relationship? Where is the love denied? Where is love denied in relationships to anything? Your job, your career, your money, finances, health. Because truly the foundation really to this message is relationship. Your relation to all things dictates your suffering. And we must have the strength to take a look and to be honest with ourselves. the yahak, the truth of what is, not the truth of what if. That's hypothetical, it's potential, and it can be dangerous and can be very, very limiting. To know the future is to be trapped by it. All one can do is prepare. There's nothing wrong with being prepared. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you ask yourself, what is? What is? What is? Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. Again, I am Rasheedah Silvertree. Please feel free to check out Rasheedah Silvertree Music. That's my YouTube channel, my music YouTube channel. I have a blend of very interesting, exotic, experimental music, and a lot of it deals with a lot of voice, and it touches on Sufism. My music is very soothing to the ear, and at times it really helps people to, get in that meditative space of self-reflection. So please, please tune into my music channel, and remember to expand your consciousness, evolve your human being, and embrace supreme loving guidance. Thank you all for listening. Have a happy new year.